Rufio, Sergeant at Arms, the Patriot Crusaders Association. And this is my mini documentary. Before writing, life was kind of like, I wouldn't say dull, but it's just like the routine, get up, go to work, go to school, pay bills, come home. Once you add riding bike in there, it's like there's that thrill. You know you're alive, but realize how blessed you are when you do come home. And when you find a group of other like-minded bike riders that you ride with, there's a bond that's built, and it's crazy. You can't quite explain it unless you actually do it or actually experience it yourself, but there's this bond knowing that he has your back and you have his back. And then when you're riding out there, there's certain areas where you know there's nobody to rely on but the individual that's riding with you. Whether they're there or not, you still know that you can call them and they will be there to help you. There's people that you grow up with that you know if you call or you really need help, they're not even gonna do half as much as this total stranger that you just started riding with. There's this bond. It's almost like a war brother, even though you're not going to war. We're nowhere near the military, but it's almost like a war brother, knowing that all he has to rely on is you, and all you have to rely on is him. There's this bond that builds. Hollywood likes to add drama, brothers backstabbing brothers. That do happen. Every other day, there's always a gunfight, people dying. How often do you hear in the news that bikers are dying left and right? You really don't. So for the gunshots and stuff, and for all that drama stuff, you can't necessarily say it ain't there. But as Hollywood makes it seem, it ain't quite like that. Hollywood likes to portray that because it sells. You know, that's Hollywood. And every day, it's more about worn tires and changing oil, keeping the bike running so you can keep up with all the other brothers, keeping your bike running so you can go out and do what you need to do to keep your club going. Always paving ahead. We just did a recent one for cancer charity for a handicap accessible van for you can say a less fortunate wheelchair kid lives in a wheelchair. His family's reached out, needed assistance in getting a vehicle. So that's where the biker community comes together, and then we go out and we throw charity work. Try to get a certain amount of money, get the kid the wheelchair accessible vehicle. On this charity one, we were up in Palmdale at an elk lodge, and out of nowhere, a lady shows up and she donates a van. So the money made through all the other games and selling food, that right there, don't get me wrong, was a blessing. But the bigger blessing was this lady came out of nowhere and donated a Toyota Sienna van that was wheelchair accessible. That charity went beyond what we could possibly plan. So Rufio, I picked that up because, like in Peter Pan, majority of what you saw was Caucasian. And in the association I'm with, I'm a loud, outspoken, long hair Asian. You don't see much Asians in bike clubs, riding clubs. You don't see much. They gave me this name Rufio because before the association started, we didn't have a president and vice president, and then everybody considered himself as just the lost boys. We're all lost, trying to find one simple goal. The name came about because there was older members from Arizona was like, I'm gonna name you Rufio. The first thing came to mind was, why? Because am I Asian? And he said, no, because you're outspoken, and we are a lot of lost boys right now. So the perfect name for you would be Rufio. You know what? Bang Ray!